Alright, well, you know, I may just completely change everything up. I'm not really doing a lot of ham radio lately, but when I do it, I want it to work right. And there's a lot of crap. A lot of crap. We've got a jumper from the radio to the coupler to the peak reading watt meter. We've got a jumper from the peak reading watt meter's coupler to the amplifier, another jumper from the amplifier to the tuner, another jumper from the tuner to the antenna switch back here, and then that goes outside, and then that connects to an ugly choke balun, and then that goes up 20 feet to the feed point. So honestly, I think there's just too much crap. What I kind of should do is probably just get a lot of this crap out of here and have like a simple operating position. Simple. You know, I'm very visual, so I like to have the SDR play. I like to have the waterfall and all the cool stuff. I could just put a 7300 or a 710 here and use it, but I prefer the accuracy of this a little bit more. But I'm thinking I'm just going to pull all this stuff and get it out of here. I just want my radio, like, basically going to the antenna. I don't need an amplifier. I don't use it. I really don't. It's helpful when there's DX and you're having a hard time making a contact with somebody, but I don't talk on the radio enough to really need it. And I've got more than 3. So, but having it is cool, but I don't need it to be connected. However, I don't know that that's really the problem. I think the problem lies in the coupler to this watt meter, and I can probably swap that out with something a little simpler, or just get rid of it, because it's actually just reading what's coming out of my radio, and doesn't read like after the tuner or, you know, after the amplifier. So it doesn't really give me an indication of what's going on with the output. So I'm like, man, do I really want to pull all this stuff? Where am I going to put it? You know what I mean? Do I just put one radio out here? You know, I mean, let's get it simple. One thing too is the computer